Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Sorry Mom. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So to play the song the easiest, we need a capo on fret 1. And there are basically two shapes you need to get through this song. Now there is the original version, which I'm going to stick to begin with, and then there's a easier version, let's say if you're more of a beginner, which will help you through as well. However, the first chord that we need is going to be the same in both cases. What we call a C major 7 chord. If you know a C major shape, it's just without this finger. And what we need to do is play fret 3 on the A string, 2 on the D string, and open strings for the rest of them. All those numbers were in reference to the capo, by the way. And that's the first chord that we need. I'll talk about strumming and structure afterwards. And the final chord that we need is going to be 8 frets up from the capo. Technically it is fret number 9 on the guitar, but 8 up from the capo. And what we're going to do is build up a bar chord, a major 7 bar chord, which is on the A string. I'm going to say out the original numbers, because that might be a bit easier when you're high up. So this is fret 9, fret 11 on the D string, fret 10 on the G, fret 11 on the B string. You can see my little finger's got that. And then my barred finger is picking up fret number 9 on the E string. So we call a major 7 shape. And that's going to be the second chord. I'll talk you through the easier versions. Basically, C major 7 is the easier version. But for this chord up here, which is technically an F major 7, what you can do instead is play 3 on the D string, 2 on the G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. And that'll get a very similar voicing. It's the same chord, just a different voicing. But yeah, that'll be an easier version if you struggle with that one there. Now at the start of the song, they're very gentle with the strumming, and they're not full on strumming the chords. They kind of pick the lower chords, then some of the higher notes, like this. So for the most part, it does change a little bit, but for the most part what they're doing is playing down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And for the first down of every pattern, they're focusing on the lower notes. Down, down. Then, same pattern for that F major 7. And for some of it, it's kind of focusing on the first 3 strings of that chord, and then occasionally getting the higher notes in. So you can see I'm very lightly playing, not always going for all the strings at the same time like this. Sounds a little bit too much full on, and it's not what happens on the track, so you're going to kind of focus on low and then high. Now basically, if you were to cycle through those chords in that order, over and over and over, you've got the full song. However, there are a lot of details that you would miss out on, which we're going to talk through now. Now, at the start of the song, you play the C chord for 4 bars, and then the F chord for 4 bars, and like I said, keep looping them around. However, there are some techniques you can add on top of it. For example, for that C major 7, you can hammer on this note like this. It's a very subtle sound. And occasionally you can just throw that into the mix. Adds a nice kind of element to the playing. And when you get to that F major 7, sometimes you can stress some of the strums upwards, so the higher notes. And all I mean by stressing is making it a bit louder. Hopefully you could hear some of those upstrokes were louder than the quieter parts. And that just adds a bit of texture to the song and makes your guitar playing sound a little bit nicer. Now, if you are interested in getting the chord chart for this, which has the full structure and the full amount of chords, as well as the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you want to sing and play along with the track, then head on over to Patreon. There's a link in the description. For a couple of dollars, you get access to everything wrought out professionally, and it saves you from trying to write it out, potentially making a mistake, or memorizing, or finding a strange version online that might have loads of errors, because usually these things do. So yeah, it's all wrought out professionally, and you get access to not only this song, but access to over 300 other songs that I've made for the latest releases over the past few years. Now, when it gets into the chorus, when there's more instrumentation and the instruments are louder, that's when you can start strumming a bit more full on. Maybe not heavy metal style, but you can kind of go a little bit more full on rather than being gentle like you do at the start of the song. So for example, you can have this rhythm, which is very similar to what we had earlier. We've got down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you can see the latter part's a bit different. I'll do that slowly. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Or if you were to count along, it would go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... So I'll just demonstrate that once through with both chords so you can really see how that strumming pattern might come together. So that is everything you need to get through this song. A relatively straightforward version with very little going on, but you can add in the dynamics, so the different volume changes, plus some hammering on ideas, which makes it sound really, really cool. So if you are interested in getting that extra material over on Patreon, then links are in the description for that. And I'd like to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. So the moment this video goes live, they will get access to their content straight away, and they can jam along to the track straight away. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.